Good morning, guys. It's Thursday and it's still the morning. I'm not even wearing a bra, but I'm wearing my own designs that will hawk more. I'm gonna put the link down below in case you want to check it out. But yeah, it's the morning still, and today I'm going to take care of my dreadlocks. The last video that I did was about my dreadlocks, was called considering brushing out my dreadlocks, because I've had a time where I still love them, but I have some things that I'm not so happy with. As an example, the noises you can hear is Luna. I have a lot of loose hair in the back of my head and I really want to take care of that today. Also, as I've mentioned before, I have some fragile dreadlock extensions where, just like, if I can find one, this one is an example. The hair leading up to the dreadlock extension is very thin and fragile, so I either I'm gonna have to cut off the extension and put in a new one, or just cut off the extension completely, because maybe the dreadlock that holds the extension is just too thin. Wow, Luna is so noisy. Luna, can you be just quiet for a moment? So that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'm gonna cut out some of these old extensions. They're 2 years old. I put them in 2 years ago. I'm gonna put in the video in the description in which I actually applied the new dreadlock extensions. It's 2 years, guys. That's insane. So if there is some dreadlock extensions that I'm gonna cut out, I actually still have 12 that I can put in, like new extensions to put in. So these are the ones that I put in like 2 years ago. These are just the leftovers that I didn't use back then. So my extensions are this long, or they were this long back then, so that you know. So yeah, I can apply some of those as well. So I think we should get started. And this is just gonna be a cozy video in which I fix my dreadlocks. And there is quite a lot to do, so let's get started. I think I'm gonna start by going through all of my dreadlocks to see how many of them has fragile extensions, and then I'm gonna take them out, and after that we're gonna put in some new ones, and then I'm going to fix my roots in the end. I've taken all of them in the front of my head, and then we're gonna push them onto the back when we have checked them. So this one doesn't have an extension anymore. This one is not extended. Fine. This one is not extended. So this is an example of one where it's not like it's fragile here, but the extension part is just thicker than the dreadlock that's holding it. And I don't really know if I think that looks good. Like, can you see that? It's like thicker down here, and it's not a very big dreadlock. We're talking like this. So I think I will cut that out because I don't think it looks good. So let's cut out an extension. Boom. That was it. That was the extension. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. This one is fragile because this part that's holding the extension is not threaded very well anymore, so I can actually pull it like this. That's not good. So I'm gonna cut this out as well. Boom. And with this one, I've cut it pretty low because I know that there is some hair from my own hair in the beginning of the dreadlock extension. So I'm just gonna comb it a bit with this back comber. There we go. And that's the amount of loose hair that I need in case I want to extend it again. So that's fine. I ended up brushing a bit more than I first thought that I would. So I've actually brushed out like this much. I just thought it looked weak a little bit further up, so I decided to brush out some more. But now I actually think I'm going to put in a new extension here. I've decided I'm gonna start by back combing a bit because I don't need this much hair to attach a new extension. So I will start back combing. That's pretty easy. Pretty much just brushing my hair in the wrong direction with this back comber. That's pretty easy because I'm brushing it up against something that's already dreaded, so it's not that hard of a process. I've just been back combing this part, and now I'm going to take my crochet needle. I have one here. It is 0.6 millimeters, and then I'm going to use that for a bit. I'm pretty much just, if you haven't seen this before, I'm just pushing it through, grabbing a few hairs from the other side of the dreadlock and taking them back through the dreadlock. It's a way of like locking the dreadlock. It takes quite some time. I've just been working a bit on this one for about 10 minutes or so. So I've been back combing it, and then I was using my crochet needle. And this is the loose hair that's left that I'm gonna keep for an extension. But I've decided I have to keep going and go through all of them. And then I think the extensions are gonna have to wait for another day, because going through them like this and fixing some hair on the back is going to take a long time. So I'm gonna keep going through them and pushing them on the back with the ones that are fine, like this one. This one is really good. It's fine. This is thin but fine. This is really good. Really good. Like, this is thick and good. It's a good dreadlock. So this is one that's thin and with a thicker lock down here. But it seems really good and steady. No extension anymore. And then we have some very short ones here that are without an extension anymore. They're fine as well. And these are the front ones. This one is hanging on in very small amount of hair. That's something that I can fix by adding some new, I have a lot of loose hair here, I can add some new hair to make it stronger. I think I'm gonna try to do that, maybe. I don't know, because this is very thin, so I don't know if it's gonna be worth like the struggle. This is a lot thicker. I can add some to this one as well. I think I'm gonna let go of this one because the dreadlock up here I can pull a lot in, so it's like not that strong, as you can see here. So I think I'm gonna cut off this one as well. Oh! Once again, I cut it pretty low, so we're just gonna brush this off. There's so many like small hairs falling off from the extension, like you can see that. Lots of hair. So that's out, but I'm going to extend it again at some point. Just not in this video, we can't make it. Here's one that I've brushed out and I have just braided it here, but it could get a new extension as well. So I found another fragile one, hopefully the last one, because it's not funny to cut your dreadlock, even though it's extension. It's not a fun thing to cut in them. So I'm gonna cut this as well. Bye bye. Boom. We have a small one here, one that I've also brushed out. My hair actually looks healthy here, like very silky and lovely. That was almost it. And here's another one that I've brushed out. So there's a lot of ones that I've actually been cutting off the extensions from that are ready to get extended again. I think there's about 10, so that's good when I have like 12 extensions. but that's going to be in another video. So that was like going through all of them and cutting out old extensions. So now we're actually ready to start looking at loose hair in the back. I have a lot of it, let me show you. Here we go, you can see all of this. It's loose hair. Like there's so much of it here. Like just everywhere, there's like loose hair everywhere. I want to get that loose hair put into some of the dreadlocks that I have on the back of my head that maybe are a bit fragile, or just have it included in some already existing dreadlocks. This should belong to this dreadlock, which is good because that's a fragile one. But this belongs together. It's right next to the dreadlock here. So this would be great if I could put this into this thin dreadlock to both make it stronger and to avoid this loose hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by using another tool. I'm going to start by using this one. It has a hook up here, and then it has a thing that can actually close the hook like this. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put this through my dreadlock close to my scalp. Then I'm going to grab all of the hair into the hook, and I'm going to pull it back through the dreadlock to the other side. Now I have the hair on the other side of the dreadlock because I've pulled it through, and I'm going to do that a couple of times close to each other. It might be a thin dreadlock, but it's pretty compact. It's hard to get this much amount, like this big amount of hair through it. So there we go, 4th time, and they have now been united pretty well up here. I actually think I'm going to do it. I'm going to continue doing that for a bit because there is quite a lot of the hair here. Look how united they are now. The only thing is that I have this small tip here, but now sometimes you get some extra hair that you wasn't supposed to get with it. There we go. But it feels good, looks good. But now I'm going to take my crochet needle again. This one, 0.6 millimeters. And then I'm just going to take care of this and maybe just work up through the dreadlock a bit just to make it even stronger. But yeah, I have come to the conclusion, that's why I'm like doing all of this, that it would be a shame to brush out my dreadlocks. And I've talked to a couple of people about it, and it will be, maybe it will be fun the first week or something, and then very, very quickly I would regret that I did it. I will be like, I feel empty inside and be sad that I decided to brush them out. And I totally agree with the people who were like, Elise, are you sure that you want to do it? And I was like, no, actually I'm not. So for now, I'm going to fix my dreadlocks, get them back into shape a bit, and then we'll see how I feel when we get to January, the beginning of the new year. Yep, great. That has been fixed. Very pleased with that. That was the first one, but I'll keep working my way through the back of my hair to find like loose hair and put it into dreadlocks. And I'll just give you an update when I've been doing that for a while. So I've been working on loose hair in the back for half an hour to an hour now, but I don't have any more time today to work on it. But it is going to be a weekend project, and then hopefully Monday or Tuesday next week I'll make the video in which I pop in the extensions to let you know how I do that, and to give you an update on how it looks, how it went down. I have so much loose hair, but I have been working on some of it already. I am going to keep the loose hair in the front, by the way, like this. I really like that. Like I have a lot of loose hair here that I want to keep. It's all of the loose hair in the back that I can't really deal with. That annoys me. So that's what I'm gonna fix. But sometime next week I'll put up a new video showing you how it looks at that point, and to show you how I extend my dreadlocks once again. So I hope you enjoyed this small dreadlock video. If you have any dreadlock related questions that you would like for me to answer in a question and answer video, then comment down below, like leave them down below, and I'll definitely make sure to take a look at them. Also, I have so many videos on my YouTube channel about dreadlocks, about like young dreadlocks, considerations before you get dreadlocks. I'm gonna put the playlist down below with all of my dreadlock related videos, and you can have a look at them. I have so many. But yeah, subscribe if you aren't. I post videos from Monday to Friday, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye guys. Have a beautiful day.